Hi, I'm Aaron with Western States Equipment Company. Today we're going to talk about the grease points on an E2 mini excavator from Caterpillar. These points will be the same from the 303 all the way to the 305.5. It's important to incorporate a grease schedule in your daily routine to improve the overall life of the machine as well as lower operating cost. We're first going to take a look at the grease manifold, which is just tucked inside. Their two lower grease points will lubricate the Rotex. The Rotex is a bearing that swings the house or upper frame on the car body, and it's important you grease those. The top Zerk will lubricate the rear swing frame cylinder. You no longer have to get underneath the machine to grease that. The front of the swing frame cylinder is easy to get to right in front. Next, we're going to take a look at the power angle blade. Anything that moves on this blade will have a grease point. The rear, where it mounts to the frame, there's a Zerk there, as well as on the other side, symmetrical. The cylinder rear, as well as the cylinder front. And you also have your pivot bearing, grease Zerk down there, and your lift cylinder will have a front and back point for grease. Next, we'll look at the bucket linkage and the thumb. Starting with the thumb on the top of the cylinder, there's a Zerk that's easy to find right on top, as well as on the bottom. That's just lubricating those pins as the thumb travels in and out. The bucket linkage are accessible on the sides, and you also have a grease Zerk going through the thumb, as well as another Zerk for the lower stick. Your H-link will have a grease Zerk below, and don't forget about your coupler Zerk inside of the coupler. That's going to lubricate the travel going in and out when you detach and attach buckets. After going from the bucket linkage, we'll take a look at the main stick and boom as well as cylinders. The top of the bucket cylinder is easy to get. Your stick and boom connection is right underneath. Your stick cylinder, you'll have your front as well as your back. Your boom cylinder, you'll have your front also as well as your back. The swing frame is one of the higher abused areas. There's two grease Zerks here for these pins. They're big diameter pins, and a lot of the force of what you're digging or moving is going to be taken in this area. So it's highly important to not neglect these two. There's an upper pin and bushing bore, as well as a lower. Your swing frame to boom Zerk is directly above and easy to get to. There's also a track tensioner grease Zerk on the sides of these machines, which is down here in the port. As the tracks retract and lose tension, you will pump grease into that Zerk as needed to retension the tracks.